probably cannot hear me until now. Alright, where's the music? It's a little too loud, maybe. Right. Okay. So, let's title this the monster scene, because that's the scene I'm gonna be working with. Plus the main world, which is the implementation or the life scene. So, crafting, game objects, plus implementing live. First off, we got a shit ton of... Oh, by the way, this is not a priority order, it's just a list. So we got 500 plus, maybe like 600. Let's say 600 plus weapons. And we got about 1,000. No, how do we do this? Let's forget the numbers, okay? Animations, CE, which is short for coordinated effects. What else? We got buildings. We got armor. We got abilities. Or let's say let's put them together. Let's put spells and abilities, and then now let's do WB, which is world builder, spells and abilities. I will kind of be under the CE too. So let's do this. All right. This is Yuma, or I want to say legacy, generic. I don't know. Quests. I want to specify that this is the models. And level design. That is kind of a Unity editor, like Unity editor, and then implementing or creating counterparts in Atavism editor. Doesn't need encapsulations. Ooh. This is what the world looks like. This is the login scene, actually. So we could go main world.
Come say hi. All the sounds and commands are free.
So this is the actual world, right? It is the exactly same terrain formation. It is done by random generation with a tool called Terrain Composer 2, which looks like this. It hasn't loaded up the config. It's probably because it's not native here. It is shared through the basic terrain files or config files here, which are stored in this case in the root of the assets folder. But I also have, let's see if we can find, well, this is the explain example, I mean, which is somewhere else, but I do have another set of them. I don't know where they are. I'm sorry. Huh. Seems like the houses are missing. There's a little town here. Well, that's fine. It was a bad town anyways. There's not really much water yet. And it's very, like, mountainy. So we need a little flatter places. I've got, like this one. I've made a couple of these around the map where we could just give the players a little space to create their own bases more easily. It is very, like, rough terrain like this. There's no spot that is, like, cleanly flat. So we could just use the terrain tool here, smooth height, which is very good for this kind of situation. You know, we don't make it too flat as we could with the set height, for example. If we go a little smaller brush, so we could just set the height like this to make it perfectly flat, which is fine sometimes, but it doesn't look natural. Smooth is better, although it will not make it flat, but it makes it flatter, if you know what I mean. So we need to throw all that nice foliage details, maybe add a little more. There's about 20 different trees, not including the saplings, which are not here. Rocks and, you know, sticks and stones and pine cones or whatever. It looks really boring like this, but when you add, let's say, a couple of pine cones, that's a way bigger brush that I needed. You know, like this. Where's the... Oh, yeah, we made a bunch of those turds. So now, when we go a little closer, we'll find them, like, immediately. I don't know if that's gonna happen in-game, actually. That's not good. Tree objects is for billboard, but what about the grass? Detail distance. I mean, we're gonna have to play with that. I'm not gonna touch it now. These are, unfortunately, these stones, I don't know why, but they're not, the prefabs don't have colliders. So I don't know if I could just cliffs, no stone bricks. I'm just looking for objects. What? Prefab. So The smaller stones, stairs, river stone. No? Huh. Soil cliff. Pete_soil. Yeah, these ones. So if I do this and add a mesh collider as convex, I'm not sure if that's what you want to do, but you definitely don't want to go through stones. The smaller ones I get, okay, you don't want to worry about the stones being something that clips or glitches or something like that. But these big stones, they're at it with the same tool as the smaller ones, which makes it easier for me. You could actually try this. Oh shit, you probably can't see anything because that's covering it. There's no space for this here. There we go. How cool is that sword, though? It's already in the game. So going back to the battle plan, this is almost priority 1. This is not priority 2, but it is very important. I think this should be 2. This is what we're probably gonna end up doing, and this is just like a part of all of that. So each step has that already. Alright. Okay, animator seems to be broken a little bit. The speed doesn't really match up with the running animation. Where's the minimap like that? Example level. Well, that's not right, is it? Oh, there's two combat idols in use. Oh, you don't have underwear, do you? That's unfortunate. So the stones, anyways. I'm gonna go to this guy. Click on the train and add a stone. Like that. Now we can test if we can walk through it. Oh, we can. That's unfortunate. Is it because it's convex? Could it work without that? Soil. No. Okay, so that's gonna be a problem. I do this. Shit. It's basically the same stone. So this way it does have the collider, so we're just gonna have to delete all those, I suppose, and use them like this. Which I don't really like, but it's whatever. It will actually probably create a lot of cool secrets in the game where you could, you know, like the old games, you would have some walls that you could walk through. This would be exactly it. You have like two of these right next to each other like this. Shit. Like this or something. Hello? Don't crash. And what the fuck? Like this or something. Why is it see-through like that? That's weird. Oh shit, we're okay. Still, I don't think the game likes me. You know, you could have this kind of walls that you couldn't go through, which would be obvious. Okay, so funny bug. But then you would have this that you seemingly glitch through. Okay, I'm gonna crash the game real soon. Alright, this seems to be. This is like the. Yeah, this is way too small. This is meant to be like the walls of a castle. But this fucking orc is too big to walk there. So that is exactly the same, but it's a little bigger. This would be for inventory. And that dragon whistle has bothered me quite some time. I bet I already have a dragon icon. So we're gonna fix this right now. This is the Atavism editor. For who don't know, we're using Atavism as the main frame engine type of deal here. So the server and the game client are using Atavism as a base. This is the we need the items because it's basically an item, the mount. You could do an ability that does the same thing, basically, it doesn't matter. But we have it as an item in the backpack. So we should have probably, instead of downloading all of that, just typed in dragon. I think the computer is on thin ice here. Not. Okay. So that's the dragon. But we wanted to find the dragon whistle. It's actually right there. You can see the brown horse whistle, which is just a scroll as well. We're gonna fix that as well. Once we actually, we could, didn't do anything, so whistle. Man, is it laggy? Is it laggy or what? So now it says whistle. This is a way better size. Like we have some sideways wiggle room there. Okay, here we got all the whistles. Shit. First of all, if you want to make an item called whistle, you probably should use like an icon of a whistle instead of a scroll, right? New horse whistle. Brown horse. Okay, I don't know. We're just gonna go black dragon first. I'm not gonna say that we have a black dragon icon, but we definitely have a dragon icon, don't we? Okay. It's more of a red dragon, but you know, who's gonna tell? Ooh. The dragon head, right? Yeah. But an icon wouldn't fit too much more of the dragon anyways. It just kind of feel like it should have a background, but it doesn't. And the horse whistle as well. That's all you have to do. Like, go here, open the editor. Yeah, I could see that working, you know, horseshoe. So now, as an admin, go here and reload. And voila! Stop turning, what the fuck? Now the dragon is a dragon's head, and the horse is a horseshoe. And increase speed by 60% is super slow. I hate this already. So in order to make this more fun for me, we're gonna do some tweaking here. So this is what the effect of the item is. So this is just an item that we what we modified just now, but there's also a different type of element, which is called an effect, which could be anything from animations, abilities, and all sorts of stuff. So this is what the format looks like. We can do pretty much anything. We can add new types and everything. But what we want to do is add some movement speed. So here we have the effect of caster. Effect 1 is summon black dragon, which is the effect we can see up here. This is from the Atavism demo version, basically, by the way. So you can basically follow this if you're trying to do this for your own game. So we go in here. In the black dragon effect, or summon black dragon, we should actually call this just black dragon. I mean, mount, rather. And the flying speed is increased. And you could actually have swimming mounts as well by default. But let's say we want to go like 150%, right? And it gives endurance modification 10. I'm not sure what that means, but let's say is it gonna give me stamina? I don't know what endurance does. Let's dive a little deeper into endurance. What does that do? Base value 10, increased by 2. Base type, and it increases health only. So that's not what we wanted. But actually, we could just add into endurance stat links. We can give it stamina. Whoops. Stamina max. So add 2. Stat to change. And I assume the default is 100, so we could double that. Or maybe even triple that. So let's go 200. Update. And I also changed the tooltip, which will be shown here. Increases movement speed by 60%, it still says, but when we update here, I guess we have to update all these too. Not probably, but it won't hurt. So now you can see this should change. Well, it didn't really change, did it? Let's try to remount. And it still says summon here, which is weird. It did get faster though, which is the thing that we wanted. And does the stamina drain slower? Is that our stamina bar? Our stamina is like fucking in the thousands. I can't see it. We need to make the UI bigger. I hate this these small numbers. So yeah, the stamina is like 6,000 or 5,000. If we get off the dragon, we have 3,000 stamina. Okay, that's cool. So it is in the thousands, isn't it? Whoops, we're gonna die. The climbing hasn't been implemented live yet, but I think I have a good way to do that. We're probably gonna, no, we didn't die. Okay, so what did I say? We need to fix the UI. First of all, those avatars are horrid. We need to get rid of them, but also the UI is way too small. All the screens are unreadable. The icons are too small. And, you know, I thought this with generally every text in the game. Up until this point, I've thought about that. But not until now that I actually full screen couldn't read the stamina and the weight numbers. I mean, I get it that you don't want to cover too much screen space with those. But I also would like to read them. I don't have the biggest monitor. I guess most people might have bigger than 27-inch. But still, I mean, if you want to play it on a laptop, you're not going to be able to read those numbers. And I, for one, I'm going to play it on a laptop, and I actually dev it on laptop too, so that's one thing. Are we going to see a crash? I should probably shut down a little bit of these other things from the background. Right, so the UI is attached, or actually just inside the main world, as is and it's like built in a canvas object. It's separate from other scenes, so it's very easy to mod. This is the same with the login screen and actually the character selection and everything. So we want to go 2D. That happens by pressing the button 2. And then we basically just want to go canvas, zoom out, and then we have it. Now we could make the background go away by just first selecting nothing and then just UI. So now all we see is the UI and nothing else. So they're all open out here. Also, one big issue I would like to fix is the ESC key from a keyboard, escape key, does not close the windows. It only opens the like the pause menu or whatever you call it, like the in-game menu. And it's hell annoying when you accidentally open a bunch of windows and you don't know how to close them except by clicking the X. You can close them by pressing the hotkey again, but if you don't know what that is, then you're gonna have to go for the X in the corner. So, is there some script that will let me instantly just increase the size of the fonts and stuff? Also, the avatar thing. Now I think I'm gonna force that on the players now. There's a selection for it, but I've already disabled it from the character creation to make more space for more meaningful things. Although there's a lot of empty space right now because of it, but I digress. All this text, right? It looks bad. The color of the text, for example, is one big bad thing. I think it should be white on a black background or some dark background. But what we wanted to see is, come on, move a little bit. These numbers. Actually, I don't know what these are. Can I? Probably gonna have to dive in here. Player bar or something. Avatar. Confirmation windows. Ooh. Shit. Okay. Canvas menu. Window settings. Ooh, whoa, 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 wow, wow, we are. Sounds. Have they not thought about closing all the windows with ESC? Do I have to script that by myself? I will, for good measure. Haven't coded in a while. But let's player portrait. This is the one we want. Unit name. I don't know if that's even visible. But this kind of text is good. This kind of font is good. The level. Fuck. Okay. Okay, here we go. Mana. Can't really see it. Uh-huh. So it's controlled by a script, isn't it? So are these. Weight. The stamina. It just produces an image with, yeah. So we probably level text. Pop-up menu. Weight text. All right, so we have a font size. I mean, should we just make it a little bigger? Because the health, fuck it. Let's just make it bigger, right? That's the easy solution. Because otherwise, we're gonna mess up the proportions. So if we go 1.5, zoom out a little bit. It's still not like horribly big. If we go in the game, it doesn't even look it changed. Wow. Okay, so obviously if the numbers, no, the fucking it's, I'm stupid. I thought, yeah, this if we scale the whole thing, the numbers should still fit in perfectly. So that's the issue with the proportions I was talking about. So 2 times the size. Now it's getting too big, isn't it? In my opinion. It's covering too much space, so let's just go gradually down. The 1.5 is actually pretty good. I don't know what these are. Oh, these are probably the. Let's add. Probably transparent and ignore default. Oh, that's gonna add the terrain. Oh, whatever. Let's do everything. So these are the effects on the player or in any character. Like in WoW, they're added under your character and not in the top left. I mean, top right, where the minimap is. Which I'm not sure if I like, because there's way less space there. Effectively, making those small, those effects, like your running is an effect, or sprinting just increases your speed just as the mount would. But it's just a skill that you activate by pressing the shift key. Can we? No. Okay, so effect, player effect. Yeah, these ones. So we want to go to the root of these and figure out. Okay, so the effects panel is super tiny by itself, but for whatever reason, it goes on forever. There's 50 effect buttons. Control size. You see, here's the group list as well. Could you see their effects as well? I don't think you can. And is there a target? Because this should show them too. Like target. I don't know what's that called. Portrait. Enemy portrait. Okay, so that's the one. So does that also have player effects? It does. So what I want to do is we should make this, whoops, this scale 1.5 as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to put it down. What are we? Is it going to mess up everything? So let's, first of all, let's just put everything. Well, actually, we want to do this. Okay, that's better. So this is what we're working with. Well, I guess we can just let the minimap be, but otherwise, mob names. Okay, whatever. So, where's the action bar? I was thinking, because this down here, the space is pretty free. Also, if we're not using this space for the effects of the player, could we then instead use it for this? Let's just try it for laughs and giggles, right? Just move these down here, almost in the center. Doesn't really matter. Now does that look horrible to you? Doesn't even show the mana bar of that guy. I don't know if that's relevant. Actually, how would you know? But yeah. But it's taking now almost too much space, right? All right. I'm keeping it like this. And the reason is that we want to see what's like right in front of us, because the character is going to be right here, usually, like in the middle, the bottom part of the middle of the screen, right on top of the action bar, unless you are like zoomed in entirely. So, all right, the action bar is another thing, also very too small. So, we're just gonna do this. 1.2. And I think we're finally going to these guys. We're gonna take these guys and move them here. Actually, let's move them like this. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work because they're inside of a different object. If we do them under the canvas and then do that, Holy shit, wrong button. Do Control Shift Alt and click. Then it goes in there and it will be scaled with the screen size. And I think they could be in 2 rows because there's so many of them. So that's the size. What happens if we do this? Can we squeeze it, make it bigger? Not really. So that's fixed. Can we scale it? That's not good. So I would be a fan of like this size. And then we would actually want them a little off the bottom and off the side. There's a background. Very mild one. Let's go with like black. Maybe a little grayer. That. Oh, that's fine. Child alignment. Force expand width or height. I would say height. So are we not able to kind of like squeeze it like this? No. All right. If we do that and make the scale smaller, I'm just gonna look like shit. I just kind of wanted them to be in a neat row, although most of those buttons are useless. Like for example, the skills. We're gonna still have them in there. No. What if we do? Oh, look, there's a new mail button. I've never known that. Content sites fitter. Let's go unconstrained. Well, it doesn't really make it smaller. All right, fuck it. I had an idea which would be just, make them aligned. Reverse. That's fine, but hell. Shit. Unconstrained. What if we do now? Like this? Okay, now it doesn't work anymore. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. There must be a way to do it. Right? Preferred size. Padding. We really need to like move them individually, because that doesn't happen. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could just rotate it 90 degrees. That's not it. Lol. There we go. So that's minus 90 degrees. And then just move it a little bit. And the new male. New male. Here. This one. Just do that. Okay. What is that? Oh. Okay, we had another action bar actually. We were looking for that. So let's do 1.5 with it. Holy shit, 1.2. And the timer. Oh. Action bar. Timer text. Should it be like under? Yeah. Next B bar under. Now we can just basically move the entire thing a little bit to make these guys fit under here. That's right. They're not entirely aligned though. It's kind of funny. Bar number. Okay, this is main bar. This is okay. So it is not the same as what first bar. Okay, that's good. How does it say 12 slots when I count exactly 10? Don't know. How do you call these slots? Is there like slot number, activate key? Okay, so we have alpha 1, whatever that means. And then if we go here, we have alpha 1 as well, so we don't want that. We could people could just assign these by themselves, but I'm just going to go ahead and do it for them. And we're going to use the F keys for this because it's the most neutral one. Really getting off track here. Okay, so this would be F9. Shit. Okay, we're just probably going to, yeah, like this. And that's F10 actually. Wait. Yeah, alpha 0. That's F10. Got F9. F8. F7. F6. F5. F4. F3. F2. F1. Oops. Also, there's the number printed here. Where's that? Priority. Okay. So yeah, it's just text. So we're gonna go F1. Shit, it doesn't fit in there, does it? The font size has to be smaller, doesn't it? Nothing happened. Oh, it's good. Okay, so what was it? 10.5. Oh, we're just gonna do this. F3. F5. What? Yeah, that was F4 actually. This is F5. I realized I don't have to do much, but just put the F there and copy paste. Avoiding mistakes like that too. F8. Size. F9. It just kind of happens automatically, I guess. F10. All right. And we forgot the F7 font size. That's better. Okay. So this thing actually fit here pretty nicely. But the icons obviously are not the right way up. We're gonna go back and fix that. This, where the fuck was it? This. Okay, so that's almost, right? That's a bad example because it's like just an icon. So the world builder is already like right side up. The character menu. Kind of want to do it for the image only. Would that be better? Yeah, that's what we want to do. So we put 90 in here. Admin image could be just, oh, whatever, let's just do it for everything. Except the world builder, because I like it that way. Rotation 90. We're effectively just turning them around. After that, I kind of want to go through them and change the icons, because they're the default ones from the demo. And then if we could figure out how to do the script for closing the windows, that would be cool. Okay, that's fine. Actually, let's do that instead of looking at the pictures. We got the toolbar menu. Oops. Let's see if there is something that would maybe give a hint of how to do it. The music stopped for whatever reason. I've been so zoned out. Music. So this is just how you activate it. Yeah. Input get key down atavism settings instance key, right? But no, that's just the admin menu, right? We want the windows. There was a setting for that somewhere. Game menu, Windows settings, right? We want to, let's see that script as well. Keycode escape. Okay, this is what happens when you get escape. So the first thing we want is to hide all the screens. Which would be something similar to this, but I don't know if we're in the same. Let's try the settings thing as well, because there's UI settings here. What are those tabs? Or just sounds, I guess. So I'm thinking it is here. So if we get escape and client API get target object is null. Clear target is the next thing. Guess we could just what was it? How was it defined here? Yeah, it's just okay. So we could instead do it here, where we do this instead of the API part. Yeah, this toggles everything, so we just put it here, right? And just remove this, and then we toggle everything. Doesn't seem productive. What does the toggle do? Exactly, it's just a function. I mean, I guess it could be just set active. But I guess it might reset it as well. This just feels kind of stupid adding these many lines of code. Whoops. Skills, quests. I mean, this is just a brute force way of doing it. The guild window. Guess we missed the mail window. Does that really work? What isn't there, like... I'm pretty sure you should use, like, these, right? I like this way better. Let's try if it works like this, because I'm more of a fan of this. Although that's not the way I use it. Like this. So that's a waste of space. Don't know why it does that. Alright, so we could even do this to save some lines, you know, it doesn't really matter, but let's see if it works. Let's put in both and see how much problems we can cause. No, actually, let's just do it like that because it actually looks a little better. It's easy to fix if it doesn't work. Pretty sure those are at least they should work, right? Let's see how many errors we get. So what we did, and what's been missing, is that we can't close the windows with just pressing the ESC. So that should do it. Huge improvement, if you ask me. Also, obviously, those action bars up until F10 from F1 should be also configurable by the user. It shouldn't be, actually, that's something that we should maybe look into now, how to change the options menu as well, because that already exists, so it shouldn't be too hard. We didn't get any errors, I think. The let's just put back the stuff. Hold up. That cast bar is too low. And it's too small as well. That's better. Canvas chat, mini tooltip. Huh? Hold up. There's a new tooltip. I like that wording. So what about the settings? Nah, that was not the one. Panel settings. Nah. Menu. List. Panel menu. Tabs menu. Canvas menu. Menu. Fuck. Okay, maybe it is in here somewhere. It could be entirely different, like it could come from somewhere else, I guess. And maybe it should as well. All right, let's see. Settings. Effect settings, canvas settings. What is this? Atavism settings. Yeah, that's not it. All right, we're gonna be good with this, and we're gonna give it a little whirl. We'll see. Oh, shit. That took me an hour to do. Holy shit. I just wish the ESC thing would work like immediately. It's like a very minute thing to really want, but it's annoying after a while you've played. Also, the font settings should be changed, but it should be changed from like above, like a root setting, not the individual thing. It will just look messy. You want to be kind of consistent. I think I'm in a very good place with the art style in this game, because it's somewhere in between hyperrealism and stylized. You know? So I can basically use very realistic models blended in with more stylized, cartoonish, low, like polygon meshes and so on, which is quite lovely. That's my opinion though. So now we have way bigger things over here. I love this. Okay, so the tooltips are readable. Forgot to set the font size. The chat is small. I guess you can... No? Oh yeah, you can scale it the way you like. So what if I put this to F7 and click F7? Well, that was disappointing. How about F1? Huh. Okay. It does work. Just not the key binding. Oh shit, does the key binding actually work from here still? No? It doesn't. Okay, yeah, that's kind of weird. We'll look into that. But the menus, unfortunately, don't close. Is there any errors? No. Alright, what is this settings window? This is what we wanted to actually find. Blur overlay. Game menu, Windows settings, okay. So this is the same one. So what if we do that then? Okay, yeah, this is the one that we wanted. So probably just go ahead and just yeah, just delete that. And oh yeah. I guess we're just gonna have to declare them same way they're declared here. Right. Like that. And that's fine. Just kind of have to quit the game. Whoops, double click it. Now we have to manually set those objects into here because the serialized field means that it's going to appear into like the visual Unity editor from the script. And you can just basically drag and drop or use the finder to basically you want that to be pointed into a prefab, I guess. We'll see how it's done, but you can